Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Connecticut's 14-game winning streak is over. First loss since Seton Hall on December the 20th. The Creighton Blue Jays beat number one for the first time in program history. Just another milestone for Greg McDermott. And Creighton moves to 2-20 all time against top three teams. Hey, good news for you UConn fans. The last time Creighton beat a top three team, February 2018, they beat Villanova. Villanova went on to win the national championship. So, Rob Dauster, what is your immediate reaction to the Creighton Blue Jays handing the Connecticut Huskies only their third loss of the season?
I was so impressed with what Creighton did defensively. I think everyone's going to talk about, Stephen Ashworth and the threes that they hit and the stuff that they were running and putting up 85 points on a UConn team that for the last 2 months has been a top three defense in college basketball, according to Bart Torvik. But I just what Creighton was able to do to mess up what UConn was running offensively is not something that you see very often, right? I think we kind of know it at this point. It's such an intricate offense, and there's so many different actions and so many different movements and so many different ways that they can create shots out of what they do. There's counters to their counters to their counters. It's very, very difficult to guard, and Creighton did an unbelievable job at running them off of the 3-point line. Basically what the defensive plan is you're going to go over every single screen. You're not going to let UConn get any shots at a three. You're going to try to funnel them towards the rim, and you're basically going to say, go ahead. We got Ryan Kalkbrenner at the bucket. Go try to figure out how to score over him. And they did a fantastic job executing that. UConn looked lost for about the first, coming out of like the under 16 timeout of the first half through about the under 16 timeout of the second half. UConn just looked like they had no idea what they were doing. And it is so rare to see a UConn offense look like that. Credit to Creighton, man. When they're going to defend like that, and then they're going to also make 12 of the first 23s, I don't know how you beat them in that building.
Henson, what happened?
You know, I liken this to like a buzzsaw, right? Like, yes, UConn could have played better. Yes, Creighton was ready. But at the end of the day, 14 for 28 for three. Like Rob said, the defensive game plan was done to a T. UConn started off this game 7-0, right? Like it wasn't like it wasn't like it was just from the jump, right? Like it looked a little shaky early on, but they settled in, and the threes were the difference maker in this game. And I even credit UConn to even scrapping back to get it to 10 points with 4 minutes left. Like that just showed me how good they are. Like this, everything's going wrong. Nothing can go right. Yet it's a 10-point game with 4 minutes left. If they get a stop at that possession and score a 2 or 3-pointer, we've got a bit of a ball game. So credit to Creighton. This was kind of a long time coming. And UConn struggles to win in Omaha for some odd reason. But I don't think it changes my stance on the Huskies. 24-3, 14-2. They still are who they are. This is a game that when I was playing, we coach would come to the locker room and say, look, tough game, bad game. We're going to throw the tape out. We're not even going to worry about this game. Let's go to practice and focus on the next opponent. And I think UConn will be fine.
Yeah, John, I just want to add something real quick to that. I think Creighton, and we talked about this before the last time that these two teams played. Creighton and UConn are very similar in that they don't have a ton of creativity one-on-one, and a lot of what they do offensively is out of running their sets and being creative and taking advantage of Dan Hurley and Luke Murray and the offense they put together, and taking advantage of Greg McDermott and some of the really cool stuff that he runs and the really intricate offense that they run. And the way to be able to beat these teams, both of them, is to be able to mess up what they do. You got to be disruptive defensively. You can't let them just kind of stand there and not have the ball pressure and be able to run their offense and run these screens and get these different actions and be able to get open shooters running into a three. And that's what UConn did. The other part, Donovan Clingan picked up 2 fouls 5 minutes into the game. They bring in Samson Johnson. We talk all the time about how they run the different ball screen defenses, right? When Samson Johnson hedges hard, I think Creighton has too many passers. You got to tag the roller. All of a sudden, you're playing 2-on-1 on the weak side, and Creighton has too many good passers. And once they started getting some open threes and they saw a couple go down, I think they hit 9 straight shots and 6 straight threes in like an 8-minute stretch in the second half. And credit to them. What they did offensively was was too good for UConn. UConn wasn't able to disrupt them, wasn't able to disrupt their sets. Creighton was, and that's why we saw what we saw tonight. It was a really, really, really impressive performance from Creighton.
We
I
will
was
have.
I was going to add to that too, Rob. I was going to say I actually was sitting there thinking like Creighton looks like UConn offensively right now.
Mhm.
How the ball was popping, there's energy in the ball, there's continuity. So they ran up against a Creighton team that's ready tonight. If they see them again, I'd be worried. I hope Creighton doesn't. I hope they don't have to see them again because UConn might have revenge on their minds and it might get ugly.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.